are bossed in other words the main shapes are in there, and I've drawn in the lines where those shapes start breaking down. What I'm going to do now is refine this bossing in a little further, and the carving sort of breaks into two. There's the top here, and then there's this face and the leaves down the bottom. So I'm going to work on this area here first, and I'm going to show you how to deal with the leaves, how to draw these and carve these flutes in here, and the various reeds that sort of make up the energy in these leaves. We'll need narrower gouges, 1/2 inch and less, 10mm and less, medium deep, this sort of thing at the moment. So grab yourself some tools and let's get carving. I've turned the green one upside down so that we can get at it better, and I have just drawn in an outline here like this. I wouldn't normally do this. I'm doing it really to show you what's going on. I'd more imagine what's happening. But the important thing here is that I want to show you is there are two features, these what they call eyes, and the eyes are either going to lead into a reed or a pipe, which is like a little rounded pipe that goes along here, or it's going to be a depression called a flute, so like a hollow. And in both cases everything's leading back and tapering into here. So these two features are really what you need to work on with the leaves. If it's a hollow like this, if it's a flute, then what you have to do is you take the hollow up here first, so the hollow comes out, and you can bring the hollow down to one side of the leaf. Now this is a number 10 gouge, so it has a little flat part, so you can, on the edges, you can merge that in a little bit. So you can start making the hollow down here. Now you will eventually create this end by setting in, but you can leave that for the moment. The other option here, when you have got a rounded reed, is to take wood away from the side here. It will now become a pipe, and at the end we'll cut that in here. So keep working backwards and forwards and try and get some shape into the leaves, round over the pipe and set in the flute along here. Where you've got something like this, where you've got an overlapping leaf, what you need to do is actually set this in. You can use the V-tool to line it in first, or you can just start removing wood from around. That's it. And I have to recarve this bit, so that should have been done first. Now here we have a little eye that's internal. So what I have to do is to pull this out here. Little piece of wood there. So this pipe here is going to come along like this. So I have to sort of now start merging that in. So I'm going to go over the whole thing again and again and just make this a little bit clearer, gradually define the various parts. So this part of the leaf is fairly finished. So the general rule then is create the pipes, the rounded bits, create the flutes, and then merge everything together from the out towards the edge, and then you can redraw your edge accurately. So we're going, really the rule is to go from the form into the space. Don't worry exactly where you end up. This will reflect, this edge will reflect whatever you've got here. So what I want you to do is work your way on both sides, copy this on this side, and then work all the way down here in the same sort of principle and push this leaf back. So we can do all the leaves in this sort of way, making it up a bit as you go along. Don't try and copy me, just try and let the thing flow. Look for the flutes and the reeds and bring it to the edge. This bit here you can cut straight down, and this bit here you can cut straight back. Don't undercut anything at the moment, because that fixes positions. And then when you've got this, all this sorted out, the next thing you can do is just set in this edge. And we'll just do that now before we finish this stage. Work your way around the whole outline like this, including the little eyes, with using, by matching or by slicing, to set in that edge. Only go down a couple of millimetres, 1/8 of an inch or so, because all this is going to be undercut and there's no point doing more than that. So work your way all the way around all this edge, picking the tools and setting that edge in. Okay. You can see that I've moved the carving on a fair bit. I've used the same techniques that I've shown you here with the pipes and the flutes and the flowing lines all the way around. So there's nothing actually different, I'm just applying it in the different circumstances. Roll these edges here into the where the eye will be. Make sure the lines are flowing, neat, tidy, lots of energy there. And above all, have fun. This is a really nice bit of the carving, and you can sort of make it up a lot as you go along.